Yo, what's up guys, it's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be doing my first listen to wooah's third single album called Wish. Now, I'm really interested in how these B-sides are really gonna go because so far wooah's B-sides have been hitting, at least for me. Every single release ever since they debuted with wooah came out with their B-side with it called Payday, and even their first comeback, right? Their first comeback, I Don't Miss You and Round. I've been really enjoying their B-sides, so hopefully that's the case for their third single album here. Aside from that, I haven't heard the highlight medley or anything like that for this third single album, but I can admit Purple, their title track, has really been growing on me with more listens, especially seeing them perform Purple on them live stages and all. But aside from that, let's just get into it, shall we? Alright, so this first song is called Scaredy Cat. I'm seeing familiar names already. I'm seeing Bullseye, East West, Yosuke, and Papermaker. We love to see it, them being on the lyrics, production, and arranging side. Now, there's something to note here. Yosuke and Bullseye has worked hand in hand together before and has done amazing songs such as Bing Bing, one of my favorite songs, Coming From Nature themselves. But Bullseye, I seem to recognize his name throughout track listings, as I remember him working on amazing B-sides such as Pretty, such as Open Your Eyes by Us One. But let's just get into it. Ooh, this piano here though. Ooh, Uyan. Barry. Hey, Lucy. What I was about to say, very bright sounding right off the bat. Ooh, where's this going? The snare drum here. Oh wow. Oh, Mencio. Wow. Love the piano chords in this song, but the piano melody most importantly in this. Sora. Oh my, Nana. Very light on the feet kind of delivery, and so lovely with the verses, I've got to admit. Really love Mencio's parts in this song. Wow. Their vocals are really shining in this one too. Ooh. Very refreshing as well, I've got to admit. And the hi-hats in the song too. Wow, what a B-side. Scaredy Cat, you know. Wooah has quite interesting like titles for their songs, I've got to admit, but their songs, their B-sides especially, just hit like that. And I love how they always mess with sort of different genres, different mixes in every B-side that they have done so far, and been given off different vibes. This one being more so bright, refreshing, somewhat cute, but not too overly cute. And I think most importantly, yeah, refreshing for sure, especially the piano melody that we're hearing, these kind of bright piano chords coming through. Love the percussion work in this with the drum kits and all. But as I was pulling this up, I almost forgot to mention that I noticed that they did a performance, a video for this. It makes so much sense. When you got a bright, refreshing sounding song like this, there has to be some sort of performance to it, you know, some sort of fun choreo to it and all, like some happy-go-lucky choreo and all. And this kind of refreshing sound really got me reminiscent of certain boy group sounds that we've heard in certain songs, I should say, from boy groups, such as like Pentagon, you know what I'm saying, such as 17 when they did like their refreshing sounding songs, you know what I'm saying. I really am all for these songs that are quite emotive, very fun and refreshing, and can be very performance heavy. And I'm sure this song is when I check out the performance video on my own time. But let me bring back certain parts in this song, because there is some parts that I just want to break down so badly. Let's just start from the beginning, shall we? Love how we just start with the piano and then we hear a little bit of the whistling going on here. And more emphasis there when you hear the drum kits roll in, and then Uyeon comes in with this like sort of wood block or some sort of percussion instrument in the back, which adds quite a bit to the song, I've got to admit. More oomph and more of that kind of fun type of feeling. How they just sing from their hearts too in this. Lucy, why is living so complicated? It's more frustrating. My worries are behind me. Okay. I love that kind of succession though. Lucy and the Nana, and then later on, I'll explain it later on when it happens, but she goes here, stop pretending not to know me. It's hard for me. Yeah. Now stop, just do it now. Even though there's some lost in translation obviously going on, I love how these lyrics right off the bat are connecting to the title of this song, which is Scaredy Cat. Yeah. Oh, the na 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 too. The blah. Just how it breaks down with Mincio, yeah. Mincio and I would say Mincio and I would say, yeah, Mincio and Uyeon's parts really stand out to me, but of course the other members have their moments, especially Nana and Lucy with their rap verses in this one, and how they just do not have their own parts just at the beginning, but later on as well. Wow, so good. How they bring it back together too. Ooh. Very memorable upon first listen with these certain lines. just love the skittering of the hi-hats here. Just the warping of the bass here adds quite a bit, I've got to admit, when we hear Nana enter in and then on to Lucy. I love how they sort of switch it up, you know. Before we heard Lucy into Nana, now we're hearing Nana into Lucy. Really nice slight change up here. No. Because you made eye contact with me anyways, it can't be helped. Just come and tell me. Just how she says tell me there. And then we bring it a little bit further here. A little bit further here. Okay, too far a bit. The Sora. Ooh. Here we go. Woo. Just how the high notes and power notes are being hit here. Scaredy Cat. I could say without a doubt upon first listen and listening a bit here again while breaking it down, Scaredy Cat, I think it's definitely up there with I Don't Miss You. Definitely one of my favorite B-sides coming from wooah to date for sure. But let's just get into the next B-side now. Alright, to wrap things up, their other B-side here called Pandora. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with any of the names or this production team Hidden Sound working with wooah here, but I'll make sure to get familiar with them if this song ends up being good. But let's go. Oh, this bass here. Oh, Nana. Quite a powerful start here. Whoa. Oh, build up here with Uyun. Wow. What a chorus. Love how upbeat it is. Lucy. This song is like gold to my ears already, like this early in. Love the drive to this song and how it transitions from the pre-chorus to the chorus. So good. Very explosive like. Quite catchy too, off rip. With them hooks. Can you get? Silencio. Snapping here. Ooh, Sora. Oh. Love this deep kind of bass sound coming from this song. But how their vocals really shine in this too. Pandora. What a musical journey I had there with Pandora. I'm not sure if I should say this, but I'm gonna go on a whim and say this song is title track worthy. And I'm not gonna be surprised if they were deciding to pick Purple between Purple and Pandora for the title track. And I'm gonna let y'all know why. Because first things first, it's got the drive that I really, really wanted in Purple. And how everything goes so smoothly from the pre-chorus building up to the chorus and that explosive line, Pandora coming through with Nana and all is so good. And also the hooks in this song are so good. If you guys recall my reaction or review, however you view it, first time checking out the MV for Purple and all, I was like saying, you don't need a song to be catchy for it to be good, right? And I feel like they tried to push that envelope a lot with Purple and the hook in Purple. And in this one, I like how it's naturally caught on to us that it can be catchy with these certain lines in the song, right? So the reason why I'm saying that this is so title track worthy is because there's multiple parts that are good, and also due to the added fact of how the bridge hits into the final chorus, there is some emotional impact in this as well that really gets you enthralled, captivated. I wouldn't say, okay, as much as I really loved the previous track, of course, Scaredy Cat, due to how Scaredy Cat is like not as upbeat and all, it makes sense. I can see why Scaredy Cat is more so of a B-side, but Pandora, really, really well done B-side in my opinion, and it's definitely up there with Scaredy Cat and I Don't Miss You. See, this is what I've been saying. wooah has yet to disappoint for their B-sides. Really, they're showing different sides to themselves, messing with different genres, and some of the members really have their moments in certain B-sides, and I'm all for it. But for Pandora here, I'm gonna have to break down some parts here. Let's just start with this beginning. There's something to describe with this beginning. It was quite fascinating, you know. It seems laid back at first and all, but then we hear like this triangle or some sort of percussion instrument going on here into this interesting kind of bass that's going on. And then once I heard the bass, right, I'm like, oh no, this is not a chill or laid back kind of song. Like, sure, maybe more upbeat than the previous song, Scaredy Cat, but nah. It kind of really reminds me too, like this kind of bass that we have heard. We heard like several different kind of basses utilized in wooah's title tracks, most evidently in their previous one, in their first comeback with Bad Girl, I've got to admit. And it sort of has that kind of bass momentum. I don't know how to describe it, but if y'all seeing what I'm seeing or hearing what I'm hearing right now, you might understand what I'm trying to say with this bass that's going on. I love the tempo to this with this bass and how it's such a driving factor. I'm like, oh, what a light delivery coming from Sora herself, you know? Very light now, okay? Without the bass, right? Something to know into Mincio. No more bass, but the build up here with that snare. Wait a second. Ooh, ah? And then the bass comes back in with Nana, and how she comes in with this is just so explosive. It just comes through the ears so smoothly, but in that ooh-ah manner, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying this throughout my videos to ooh-ah. They know how to be loud with it, but to a certain extent, and that's what I've grown to love and know about wooah and their signature sound that they're already established, right? Because in their title tracks, they have been keeping the same producers, songwriters behind the scenes working with them and all, but I'm gonna have to talk about that more after I explain more about Pandora here. How moments they pierce through the instrumental on My Pandora. Can catch my Pandora. Super catchy. Can totally see them performing this song as well. I'm like, this is such a classic ooh-ah switch up. I mean, even in their title tracks, right? Lucy, like the drastic switch up here, but, you know, added with different elements. Right here, we hear the cash register alongside with the bass, but also these sinister dark horns on top here when Lucy comes in with her rap verses. Cha-ching. Boom. Okay, so bit of the bass, but more so heavier with the horns, right? And then, like, let me hear this again. Bit of that, like, xylophone or triangle, like I was explaining, some sort of percussion instrument that we heard at the start of this song. And I love how straightforward this song is, straight to the point. It didn't take time for them to hit the chorus in this, and really straightforward with the message. It's such a girl crush type of song, and I'm so all for it. They really worked it with this one. But Nana goes here, an unknown secret, try and find my one and only preference. You already know it all. I'll show you. I'll show you going on to not with Nana, but to yeah. That xylophone or triangle going on. More so xylophone, I believe, now I think of it. Ooh, ah. And then we continue here. I think it's around this part. So when it hits here with Mincio and switches up into the bridge, I'm like, oh my goodness. This is the emotional impact that I'm talking about, everyone. When a song gets me like this and captivates me emotionally, it's for sure a really good song for me, like a 9, 10, or I would say 8.5 to 10 type of kind of a song if it can really catch me emotionally. And Mincio really does it here when it slows down here in the bridge. I know you're growing hard. You're looking forward to it. Okay, continue on here. Sora and Mincio in this song though, so good. Squeaking there in the Nana. And I think Uyeon hits that note there. Oh, that ooh, ooh, ooh. Love how relentless this song is. Hey, I love how continues to hit with their B-sides too as well. Most importantly, their B-sides here. But to wrap things up, I think as much as I loved Pandora in this one, my favorite one would have to be Scaredy Cat, as it really reminds me of such refreshing type songs like Pentagon Shine, especially how it kicked off and all, but most importantly, how the members really shined in the vocal department for Scaredy Cat. And I can't wait to watch their performance video to Scaredy Cat and all. So fun, very refreshing and light and chill at the same time, and it really shows a different side to wooah themselves. But continuing on in this first listen, when we heard Pandora, I'm gonna go back to the point where I said Pandora is really title track worthy. And I'm not surprised that if they were debating between Purple and Pandora. Pandora just really is so wooah, but I love how there's multiple parts in the song that really shine. The pre-chorus, the chorus, the emotional impact and all. I really love when title tracks really have a drive to them, you know what I'm saying? From the pre-chorus and then boom, it drops like that. It's all in our face. And that's what I've noticed in Bad Girl. Even in their debut song, Ooh Ah, that chorus and all. And I understand completely. In Purple, the main highlight is really the chorus, really evidently, and they tried to push the envelope with the hooks in the song and all. But yeah, hopefully they perform more than Purple. They end up performing maybe Scaredy Cat as well on the live stage. Sure, they have that performance video, but maybe Scaredy Cat on a live stage, but also Pandora as well. I could see myself listening to all these songs in the summertime as well. So good. All in all, a really good third single album. Whether this tops their previous single album or not, I wouldn't say so. I think it really is a great follow-up. I wouldn't say it's, below quality from last time. They didn't lack this time around. But I wouldn't say it is over top that beats their previous single album, and I think that's just a little bit due to Purple. But I really think if wooah has started to establish their signature sound here, and going with dedicated, I believe, producers or even in-house producers, if I'm incorrect here or whatnot, whether they're in-house producers or producers, but nonetheless, these producers, singer-songwriters have been working with wooah. I would love to see their label really go a bit more experimental and daring, per se, when it comes down to their next comeback. As much as I loved Bad Girl and all these songs so far, and it's only their second comeback, of course, with Purple, I would love to see something more daring with wooah's signature sound, and I'm sure they'll be able to pull it off, you know, whether it's with the same in-house producers or going with a totally kind of production team, singer-songwriters, and etc., lyricists, you name it. I really think they can do it because they've shown that they really can keep their sound, not only through their title track so far into their second comeback here with their third single album Wish, but also in their B-sides as well. But nonetheless, I really loved doing this first listen to wooah's third single album Wish. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about Scaredy Cat and Pandora. Did Purple grow on you as well? Please let me know in the comment section down below, or even your favorite B-side on this third single album. Like I said, I would say Scaredy Cat, but Scaredy Cat and Pandora really neck and neck. Nothing lacking from what I am hearing throughout this first listen. I love how refreshing, to sum it up, I love how refreshing and fun Scaredy Cat is. Quite chillin' all. Bullseye continues to hit, and I would love to see Bullseye, likes of Yasuke, East West, and Papermaker work with wooah again in the future, whether it's a title track or a B-side. I will not be complaining at all. And Pandora, I don't mind seeing the same people working with wooah for them in the future, but title track wise, maybe switch it up and maybe even give us a mini album. Let me take that back. Not even maybe. I can't even imagine how would it be like to listen to a wooah first mini album. Am I right? I feel like wooah is one of those groups similar to Cherry Bullet for me, where I just need a mini album to become a full-pledged fan. Like, sure guys, I do have a bias in wooah and I love wooah, but to become more invested, you know what I'm saying? Just give me more mini albums or even a full album, the matter of fact, but more realistically, they would come with a first mini album. I'm sure, considering how consistent that they've been with their B-sides, I'm sure they can do a first mini album next time around. We can only hope for that, though, at the end of the day. But as I say throughout my videos, be sure to like, share, and maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much and just warms my heart connecting with y'all in the comment section down below about wooah, about their music, about their third single album here, especially titled Wish. I feel like the potential is being untapped, but it can be furthermore untapped with more comebacks for sure. They have a bright future ahead of themselves, but also, as I say throughout my videos, stay safe, promise me that, as it's crazy out there. Be sure to educate yourselves on what is truly saddening and what's going on in the world right now. If you have not yet, be sure to. This has been Garrison, and peace.